Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Eon Network's movie presentation. This is The Lord of the Flies from 1990. We return after 5 years. It is a 5-year anniversary from what we did 5 years ago when we actually called this movie for the very first time. Hello again, everybody. I'm Adrian Matt, alongside with my broadcast colleague, Rebel, who joins us tonight. Rebel, are you excited?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm ready to dive in this great movie. It's called Lord of the Flies, and it's can't get any better than this to be doing this movie again with my partner, the puppet Adrian.
Yeah, thanks. Anyways, it was 5 years ago. We got the chance to commentate this. 5 years later, a part of the anniversary, T and I are back here tonight to go ahead and dissect this film and give our reactions, our authentic reactions, literally. One of the probably, I would say, one of the most psychological films in the history of the filming industry here, T. I mean, this movie is full of twists and turns. And not just that, but also so many iconic and yet shocking scenes.
A lot of shocking scenes, a lot of twists and turns. You want to see betrayals. You want to see different things happening. And it starts right now. Now, first of all, I would not be rolling up on an island in this, okay? You're gonna need a boat, like a yacht or something.
Well, they are technically on a boat, a small one at that.
Yeah, but a yacht, you're gonna need a yacht. Sharks are in that water. They can easily
How
eat them.
could they? How can they bring a yacht? They were in a plane.
Yachts are in waters.
Well, nonetheless, there you see the cadets. After that plane crash, they were stranded in the middle of the ocean. Thankfully, Ralph was the one who was able to grab the boat. And, well, these cadets now see the island at a distance. And what are they going to do? They're going to occupy it.
They're sitting ducks, if you ask me.
You know, T, it's really hard to agree, I should say disagree for that matter, because at this point in time, you're right. I mean, take a look at the cadets. They're looking on with awe, and they're alone. They have no adults around. They have just about no one except for themselves, and they're inexperienced cadets. So it really is going to be hard for them to survive as they're taking a look at this island here.
Island and a pig. I see a pig.
You, what is wrong with you?
I just said I saw a pig.
Okay. I'll talk more about that as the movie rolls along. There is the pilot, the captain. You can see that he looks like he's a bit of, I guess he sustained a couple of different injuries. He's not necessarily, as I said before, connected to reality. So it looks like he's a bit delusional, unfortunately.
Yes, the lightsaber.
Glow stick.
What is that? It's a glow stick. How does it work? From some kind of chemical. Do you think anybody else is here, sir? It's just an island. There's nothing here. I'm thirsty. Yeah, me
There's
too.
literally water all around.
What if there's no water? We're all thirsty and we're all hungry. We should just try and get some sleep. And tomorrow we'll figure out what we're gonna do.
Well, obviously, the cadets are scared, and I do like the fact that Ralph is going to be taking charge, and it makes sense. He really is the colonel, so to speak. So therefore, people are going to be listening to him, and you have to listen to him because this is a whole new experience here. These guys, these kids, do not know how to officially survive in a remote island. So just imagine the frustrations, and not only that, but also the scaredness that begins to build for these guys. And that right there here, T, is Simon. Perhaps maybe out of everyone here, he is the one that is the most understanding. He is the one that really, truly has the biggest heart here.
Yeah, no, you don't have to listen to Ralph at all. And we're going to see the reason why we should not listen to Ralph.
Guess what? People are listening to him now. Hey, you just heard moments ago the captain said, quote, water. So maybe he's trying to regain some consciousness. And what does Simon do? Well, the kind kid, he didn't sleep. Instead, he took it upon himself to explore the island and try to find fresh water, drinkable water for them. And that right there again shows the heart of this kid.
Sir,
You discover there's water all around. You found water. There's water all around the island.
Oh, come on, T. You don't know that. Honestly, you don't know that. There could have been water all over the place, but which one, though, is the healthy one? And this is the one that they found drinkable. So, thanks to Simon, they found water. So, interestingly enough, it looks like the cadets are going to do some exploring here. They're going to try to try to familiarize themselves with this island so they can understand what the island is capable of. Because, I mean, just imagine the danger that lies within this island. And not only that, but also the danger, the fact that these kids are basically alone here.
We're gonna witness something dangerous for us already.
Well, in retrospect, there is one person I'd say who definitely does represent danger, but
Well, that's it, Colonel.
Fukusho. And pull up your pants.
how can you say that?
what's that?
It's a conch. My granny had one. If it had a hole in it right there, you could really blow it. Like a trumpet.
I think Ralph has an idea.
And
So,
that idea is.
well, I think he's going to be using that conch as a way to get some attention from the cadets so they can assemble in a meeting here. But you can see this is going to be very smart for them. And the cadets are going to do what they can to also survive. And they already have food and aid. And that's what they're gathering right now. So you got to believe Ralph is teaching these guys exactly what to do in surviving an island.
There's Piggy's brother or sibling, whatever.
That's nice.
It
nice.
is. It is. Thank you.
That's a wild boar.
Pumbaa is his name.
That's nice. Hey, you can hear it in the background. The conch. This is exactly what we were talking about. The conch that it's going to be used for the assembly. We know how important these assemblies are. As the cadets now assemble together, Ralph has some sort of announcement to make. And, you know, you got to give credit to Piggy, right? And that's his name. You got to give credit to him because he was the one that found the conch, and he was the one that told Ralph that if there was a hole through it, then they can basically use it as a conch. So call their arms.
Yeah, but he's annoying when he speaks.
Okay, listen up. Whoever holds the conch gets to speak. That's the rule.
Is this like assembly, sir?
Yeah. Except anybody who wants to speak gets to.
But not before they get the conch.
Right. There doesn't seem to be anybody here except us.
And a
Hey,
pig.
it was a regular pig.
No, it was a regular pig. Big, but regular.
If it was a regular pig, then it must have got here from people.
Yeah, if there's pigs, there's people.
It was a boar.
Okay, cadets. Like I said, this island's probably uninhabited.
But we don't know. We've got to explore more.
Right, there's a lot of things we gotta do. But the main thing is, we're not by ourselves. We got Captain Benson.
Can I speak?
No one. Give that cunt to
The most
Jack.
important thing is, who knows we're here? Nobody knows we're here. They know where we were going, but they don't know where we are because we never got where we were going.
Where were we going?
We were going home.
I'm sure they're out looking for us. We should set us some kind of steady signal, like a fire, and keep it going all the time. And we're gonna have to have rules.
Can I have the conch?
Yes, Ralph's right. We've definitely got to make a fire.
Sir, are you the leader?
Jack's the oldest.
But Ralph's the colonel.
I vote for Jack.
Hey, look at this. Everyone's going to be voting for Ralph.
No, I vote for Jack.
Of course he would. But guess what? You're alone in that department.
Doesn't
We'll
matter
see.
who's in charge. We've just got to work together. First, we build a camp.
But you got to give credit to Ralph. I mean, you can already see that he's a natural-born leader. He has so much charisma. Not only that, but also he cares for everyone. He cares in protecting these people. He understands the danger that lies in this island. So what does Ralph do? He begins to structure this entire thing. He begins to organize his cadets to the point that they are not going to be in danger, and that's exactly a sign of a good leader.
Oh, but we're about to see how much danger they're gonna be in
I know it's poisonous or not.
with leader Ralph.
My brother did Outward Bound.
Yeah, okay.
And how to survive. He taught me.
Did you do Outward Bound in the tropics?
Not exactly.
Then where?
Colorado.
His voice is so
Different
annoying.
poison place in Colorado
Oh, it's not.
than this place. So we've got to take precautions, or it won't matter.
What won't matter?
Once we get rescued,
You better start learning to live with yourself, because we ain't gonna get rescued.
What?
what are you talking about?
Just being
Exactly.
logical. A plane goes down in the middle of the ocean. There's no wreckage. Who's gonna find us?
Why don't you just shut up?
Are you telling me to shut up?
What we need around here is positive
Yes.
things, not
Yes.
somebody trying to scare people.
What we don't need around here is you, shit brain. His name's not shit
That's
brain.
right, Rebel
It's
Jack.
Piggy.
That's why his name is Rebel Jack.
Yeah.
This isn't nice. Now they're... I mean, you got to be kidding me. Now they're laughing at him. They're calling him, quote, Piggy, which...
Everybody just shut up.
I mean, that is his name, right, Piggy?
It's just because you're new.
No, it's not. It's always this way.
Just cut it out, okay?
I mean, that was the name that was given to him because apparently they're being so mean. We don't really know his true name. What we know, though, is that technically his name from here on out will indeed be Piggy, although I disagree with the name. Nonetheless, though, he will be known as Piggy. Well, we don't know his real name, though, T.
No, we don't know his name, but he looks like a pig to me, so.
No, he
It
does
fits.
not. He looks like a perfectly young human being, and that's it. He looks normal to me.
Now I'm marching in a pack. I used to drive a Chevrolet.
I used to drive a Chevrolet.
Now I'm marching for my pay.
Now I'm marching for my pay.
And that's how you lead your troops to the top, and all things goes to hell.
Hey, T, did he forget that the cadets chose Ralph to lead the way?
Yeah, but we're gonna see what happens when Ralph gets on top, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Damn, mother. Swearing won't help. Listen, Piggy, shut your
Oh,
fat
come on.
ass.
Get your hands off of him.
Hey, wait a minute. Piggy, give me your glasses. Hey, give them back. Trust me.
Jack is not a leader. Did you see how he overreacted? He was cursing left and right. It wasn't working. And then Piggy said what everyone else was thinking. Cursing was not going to help. And then Jack just blew up for no reason.
Yeah, you got to. That was a good response.
A good response. You're saying that he should be a leader, right? A leader shouldn't be blowing up like that. I mean, get real.
A leader shouldn't be doing this either. I
Hey,
mean,
hey, look,
look.
look. That was very smart of Ralph. You know, Jack didn't have the brains to do it. It was Ralph. Ralph was the one that brought fire. Why? Because of Piggy's glasses. He had the brains to do that, and that's how everyone now finally gets fire in this island.
Oh no. He just put themselves in danger. Look. There's fire on the island.
Oh, wait a minute. You're actually right. I mean, the fire now is beginning to blaze through, and it begins to spread, and this is not good. I'm not liking this one bit. Hopefully these cadets put this fire away as fast as possible, because if it does spread, they're going to burn the entire island down, and it's going to perhaps kill them.
Yeah,
Look at
that's
that.
what happens when you have an idiot like Ralph as a leader.
What are you talking about? It was Ralph who was able to bring the fire. Now, granted, yeah, he miscalculated, but it wasn't his fault. Again, he's very inexperienced, as you can see the fire that is blazing through in this movie night tonight.
Oh, it's his fault. It's 100% his fault. He's gonna get everybody killed. Everybody on that island is gonna get burnt extra crispy because of Ralph.
T, listen, Jack couldn't bring fire nonetheless. Had it not been for Ralph, how were they going to cook their food and beyond? Sure, at least there was an incident here, but now Ralph knows what he needs to do in order for this incident not to happen again. So we still credit Ralph for the fact that we have fire now on this island. And they put it away, they put it out.
Yeah. Time you showed up.
About time he showed up. People ought to be
I mean, he has a point, though.
Bullshit.
What? They all was there. Like, wait, what does he mean? About time you showed up. They all was there.
I think it was time for them to look over and keep a watch. They were late.
It was totally dark, but he had to keep going because the thing was behind him. The pus was everywhere. He could feel it, and all the while, the thing behind him kept coming closer. And then, suddenly, he realized it wasn't any normal kind of plants or bushes he was trying to run through. It wasn't the leaves or plants that were brushing up against him, touching his arms and face.
Very gruesome
It
story.
was thousands of claws, long claws, grasping at him, trying to stop him and hold him for the thing. He tried to get away, but they held on, choking
What
him.
the hell is wrong with Jack?
He
Can somebody
tries to
explain
scream.
this to me?
Jack is awesome. I love it. You know, you will understand if you've gone camping and you have these scary stories.
He just made this poor innocent kid cry. Do you think it's appropriate for him to be telling these stories at a time like this, whenever everyone's scared half to death because they're still on an island, and an unknown island, and they may never come home ever again?
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's nice.
Ever been camping?
No girls?
Of course.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting a little every now and then.
What do they do? Do they tell
Well,
scary
still
stories or
wouldn't
do they sing Kumbaya?
Well, yeah, but that's a camping trip. This is no camping trip. This is survival.
You what? Survive on a camping trip.
My arm. You okay? Psych.
Did you see how much of a coward Jack was? He was attacking an injured Ralph. Well, anyway, Jack and Ralph right now perhaps trying to find some food here. You can see that Jack has, I believe, in his right hand a knife. It is a knife that can be used, obviously, to hunt down the wild boars out there in this island.
Here's Pumbaa, our Piggy's relative.
Oh, it's not.
Nearly got him.
You can tell that Jack really has a lot of aggression, very contrasting style of personality compared to Ralph. Ralph is more calm, cool, and collected. Jack is a little bit more aggressive there, and I would not want a leader to exemplify those attributes.
don't know about you, but I would rather be on an island with Jack because Jack will save us
I know
all,
this bus tastes like
while
chicken.
you are on an island with Ralph and being
Okay.
stuck.
And um,
Eat it, boy. You're a man.
well,
Eat it.
well, not quite sure if that's even.
You know what? It's part of nutrients. You know that you get a lot of nutrients from that.
And I guess if you're in the wild, I mean, if you're in the middle of an island, I guess you have no other choice. The kid's now sleeping, I guess, getting ready for the next day, and
The truth. Yeah.
just only imagine what these kids are going through.
Yeah, you're lying.
Why aren't you getting ready?
Sir, is it really true?
You bet it is.
Oh, wait a minute!
Simon's right.
Is that?
We're gonna be rescued. Get your things together, guys. We're going home.
Yes!
What are you saying yes for? That's not like a mirage
Yes!
or something. They are like.
Oh, come
what?
on! This is great! Celebrate! Celebrate! Wait a minute. Oh, come on, it was just only a dream.
Yeah,
That
no,
seemed
keep celebrating.
realistic to me.
No,
Okay, but
keep
that seemed
celebrating.
realistic to me. But nonetheless, it was only a dream. Ralph had a dream. He perhaps maybe had a very nice dream at that. But just imagine waking up from a dream in which you were perhaps going to think that you're going to finally escape this island, that the captain was alive, that he was very much rational enough to get them out of here, and then he wakes up only to find out that's all just a dream.
You still going to celebrate?
I mean, I was about to. I was going to really give credit to Ralph. I mean, Ralph was the one who really took care of Captain here. His name is Captain Benson, if I'm not mistaken. And also credit to this young man, Simon, who again does represent heart. He represents innocence and kindness. I mean, look at him. Look how kind he is. He wouldn't hurt a fly, let alone an iguana.
No, Captain Benson is a bad captain, if you ask me.
Why would you say that?
The plane. Why was he? Was he flying a plane?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, what? How? How? Could
Hey,
you?
there could have been turbulence, weather effects, things like that. It couldn't just have been his fault. And he landed the plane perfectly to the point that all the cadets survived, so you gotta give him credit.
No, he's an idiot for crashing his plane.
Oh, he's not.
Beat it, you kids! Come on. Why isn't anybody getting food or wood?
You know, Ralph makes a good point. Why isn't anyone even
And
concerned?
there we go.
Look at this. What do you mean there we
Fun
go?
time. Fun time.
What do you mean fun time? This is no... Hold on. I get it. These are kids. I understand that, right? This is an emotional time for them. It's an emotionally charged moment for them. And for them to try to have fun at this time is not okay. They're going to have to try to at least, and I mean at least, take a couple of hours to try to get some aid, some food, something like that. I understand they're having fun, but this is not the time to do it. And Raph is upset. How can he not be?
I mean, at this point, you know, there's time for everything, and this time it's time for playtime. It's gonna have fun
Playtime.
time. And look at this. I mean, have you
What
got
is this?
initiation, if you will?
An initiation? This looks like it's just downright bullying.
No, it's fun. It's fun. You had a very poor childhood.
Oh, you find that fun?
You never done that
That
as a
poor
child?
kid's head. No, not at all.
I have. Me and my cousin did it all the time.
Well, our fun is very much different, but nonetheless, here we go, assembly time.
What's going on?
The reason I'm calling this assembly
So it looks like
is
now all the kids once again assembled
too many people
for this.
are screwing around when they should be working. I mean, there's a bunch of things. Some kids don't even know
Hey,
when to use
maybe
the
take that
bathroom.
bass out of your
Yeah,
voice a
there
little
was this
bit.
one kid the other day who took a shit in his pants and then sat in it. I'm not naming names because it's possible Mikey couldn't help it.
How's that funny?
That's hilarious. Oh no, shut your piggy behind
All
up.
I mean is we have to have a little more discipline and more spear fishing. We've got to have real food. We should be hunting pigs. That's all I gotta say. Anyone else want the conch? Some jerk off
Already
stole
got a
my
pig in there.
pocket knife.
On him.
Yeah, things are disappearing all over. What are we gonna do with thieves when we catch them? Get the shove their dick in the
What is wrong with these
Yes.
kids?
Yes! My savages, let's
We
go!
can't have kids stealing
Yes.
and just running wild. We're gonna have stricter rules. And hand out demerits, I guess. Demerits? Demerits for grand larceny? Eat shit and die.
Well, you know, I've noticed something very, very disturbing here, T, which I would like to point out that in the beginning, I'll get to that in a minute.
Hell no, you go say they were
We ever gone
bored,
home?
Ralph, and
As soon
now
as they see our signal.
Jack says that we're never going to be rescued.
No, you misunderstood him. That's not what he meant.
that's
What is
because
wrong
you're
with
not.
Jack?
That's what I meant.
You're
There's
not going
8
to be
million
rescued.
islands out here. Why should they find this one?
I mean, you will, but not by Jack.
We will be rescued, Peter. Honest.
And that's what Ralph represents, positivity. And he's telling the kids, I mean, first off, what the hell is wrong with Jack, number one? And number two, what is wrong with you? And then number three, have you noticed a very interesting change, a very disturbing change at that? In Assembly 1, we saw the kids, they were all scared, they were listening to Ralph. And then in Assembly 2, we saw a whole opposite side of these kids that I would argue and say a much darker side.
They finally understand that they have a new leader, and that leader is Rebel Jack.
Rebel Jack. What about Bully Jack? And what is this? They're throwing rocks at this innocent... What is wrong with them? They're throwing rocks at this kid.
Are you crazy? Stop it!
Thank you, Ralph.
You know
That's
why
nice.
Jack got sent to military school? Because he was in trouble. Who says? Tony. Jack told him he took a car and drove it on the highway.
He's a liar. He didn't steal a car.
He didn't say he stole it. He just borrowed it. It was a neighbor's, and the neighbor wasn't waiting, just like borrowed it and drove it on the highway.
He probably borrowed his dad's bicycle and rode around the block.
Then how come he got arrested? Yeah, by the highway patrol. They got him doing 80.
That's how you search for food, you know, you gotta, put the spear in it. Is that a... Oh, that's Mrs. Puff.
What time is it?
I guess that was Mrs. Puff in a way.
What difference does it make? Well, if I knew what time it was, I know what's on TV.
And you got to feel for these kids.
I'm not even sure what day it is.
I mean, come on, T. I mean, just imagine. They don't even know.
You sure? I'm sure. Monday's Alf.
I feel bad that they have to
Saturday at 8 o'clock.
be on an island with
What
Ralph.
time is it?
You mean with Jack?
Yeah, but I bet we're in a different time zone. I bet it's really about 8 o'clock, and Al's causing some trouble right now. Yeah.
Oh, you got to feel for these guys, and just imagine that they're thinking about the comfort of them being at home and watching TV with their families. But this is the question, everyone. As you can see, Simon looking on, really looking out there at just completely nothing but water. And the question will become this: when it will be the day? When will it be the time for these guys to be rescued? And that is a burning question that hopefully in just matter of moments we can finally get an answer to. But you believe they're not going to get rescued.
Well, I believe they will, but not in Ralph suspense. Okay.
Yeah,
I do.
okay.
We have to have strategy. You know, trick them. Oh, sure. So how are we supposed to do that?
You just smoke them out. Crawl up, light a little fire. We have to practice on stuff that moves.
Hey, what are you doing? Oh, that's not... This is ridiculous. What What are you laughing at? They just killed this innocent iguana, and look at the face of this kid Simon. This poor kid Simon. Again, Simon represents innocence, and for this guy, this Roger, to use that spear to kill this innocent iguana for no reason, they have to eat. They're not going to eat the thing.
What do you think that they was gonna kill it for? Yeah, you gotta kill stuff on the island to eat.
Did they eat it? No, they did not. Simon looked at disgust. Nothing but disgust at these guys. And honestly, I would too after what just happened.
Maybe you can catch him asleep.
Kill or be killed.
Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. We heard something in the background. I believe that was some sort of breathing. And that's Captain Benson. Captain Benson found by Jack and his cronies.
Simon!
Oh, well,
It's Simon. Well, look. This is
stupid.
Simon again. Well, listen. Captain Benson needs to be taken care of. He does. And Simon, obviously, really making sure that happens.
Simon can't stay with them every single second.
If Captain Benson would have stayed on the island where he was in that tent, they wouldn't almost have killed him.
He's crazy.
Not at all.
They almost killed Captain Benson.
Time down so they can't move. Yeah, either that or we get rid of him.
Come on. He's hurt bad and he has a fever. We've got to take care of him.
Why bother?
Or should I say Captain Jackass?
We've got to take care of ourselves.
I think the only jackass here is Jack himself. Did he just hear what he just said? Quote, why bother? We got to take care of ourselves. Well, yeah, you got to take care of yourselves and your peers. And obviously, Captain Benson is a human being that should not be left behind. I don't know what Jack is all about. Jack has this dark mentality about him. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just very disturbing.
It's
he really
great.
loves control and power. Only you would say that. I can guarantee you that these cadets are all innocent, and it's going to be Jack that's probably going to try to turn on these guys.
Turn on them? No. I think they're gonna join forces with Jack. I mean, they know the true leader. They know what a true leader is. If you're gonna be playing it smart, you gotta play it smart. Jack is the only smart way.
Well, they should follow Ralph. But wait a minute, Captain Benson just has awakened, and Captain Benson. Oh, this is not good.
Dead
Just
man
escaped.
walking.
I mean, nonetheless, it's the next morning here, but moments ago, the developing story, Captain Benson just escaped, and who knows where he's going and where he's headed off, and I'm sure Simon's going to be very hurt to find out he's gone.
Dead man walking. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's nice. What is wrong with you? And it looks like right now they're going to be searching for the captain.
Captain Jackass.
You were just having so much fun tonight.
Well,
How rude and disrespectful.
Because he flew the plane over a body of...
It was an accident.
Yeah, how can it be an accident?
What do you mean, how can it be an accident? Plane crashes, you know, they happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, by dummies.
Whatever
Planes
you say there, T.
Planes don't crash by themselves.
Uh-oh. I think that's... Are those the clothes of Captain Benson? Was that what I just saw?
Yeah.
It's nobody's fault.
Shirt, pants.
He just didn't know what he was doing.
I don't think
Oh
he's
my-
what you think. I don't think
Oh,
he's
it's somebody's fault. It's his own
Why
fault.
not? Where is she?
Well, unfortunately, he wasn't connected to, like I said, reality. He was a bit delusional because of the injuries he sustained.
And his belt? He left his pants and swam out in his shoes and belt? He was crazy, Simon.
Let me guess. He was drunk flying the plane, wasn't he? I mean, there's no logical, like...
He was not drunk while flying this plane. I can assure you that.
He had to be drunk flying the plane.
Well, now the question is, where is Captain Benson? We don't know where he's at. Apparently, Ralph believes that Captain Benson, well, took off the clothes and swam out on them. Or without them, I should say. Oh, there's the pig. Is this going to be the time for them to finally hunt down the pig? Can they get him? No. That was close.
Yeah, that pig is faster than the actual
Man,
pig.
that was some jump.
What is wrong with you?
I mean, he is. You know, the pig that's in the group is slow.
Piggy is not a real pig. Wait a minute. What are they doing? Oh, enough already. They're just bullying this poor kid.
Stop it!
Get him! Get him!
Of course, it had to be Ralph to put that to a stop.
Dorks! It hurt! I know it hurt!
And what is this?
Oh,
Is
yes.
Jack actually... Is he actually putting the blood of that pig on their faces?
I'd say war paint.
But wait a minute here, T. As you can see, this is quite disturbing. What is going through the mind of this sick man? This guy, something is changing mentally, but does Jack truly believe that he's Rambo? That he really is going to lead a charge to live in this island and to lead his way, his men, to properly and figuratively live here forever?
Oh, he got the capability. He knows what he knows what it takes to be on this island. He's a man.
Sounds like a crying baby to me.
I've been thinking about a clock.
Looking like somebody from Braveheart. Yes.
Yeah, sure, Piggy. Then a TV.
No, really. We can make a
Big is that
sundial
point.
with a stick in the ground.
Right, you can make a clock. It is possible for you to make a clock, even on the island, but... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, there's the helicopter! That's the helicopter! This is gonna be their chance! And remember what happened. Remember what Ralph said at the beginning of the movie. He did say that there was going to be a steady signal, a fire at the top of the mountain, and Ralph is making a beeline. He is not going to stop. This is the only chance. This is the only way for them to finally get rescued. Come on, Ralph, go up there here.
Yeah, how much do you want to bet they're not going to get rescued?
They could. Come on. The fire has to be up there. And wait a minute, you got to be kidding me. The fire is not blazing up there anymore. Somebody took the fire.
Did I tell you they're not going to get rescued?
Well, this is heartbreaking. Oh my goodness, Ralph is screaming at the top of his lungs, ladies and gentlemen. And there is only one person to blame. The
Ralph.
fire, which was put out, not by Ralph.
Yeah, it was by Ralph, because he did not get the people out the island.
T, you don't understand. That could have been the only way for them to be rescued. That could have been the only way for them to be rescued. You don't understand that. And now look. Look at these cronies.
Savages.
If you guys had let the goddamn fire go out, they would have seen it.
Brave men.
Hey man, we were hunting. Great, killed a pig. Face it, Jack, you fucked up. We could have been rescued. Back off, man. I'm sick of your shit, and so's my gang. Your gang? What's that supposed to mean? What it means, Colonel, is that if you know what's good for you, you'll stop trying to run everything.
Look at this. He called this a brave man here, Rebel.
Stop it!
Yeah, of course.
And pushing Piggy as well.
Oh, sorry, poor piggy.
I'm sick of all this shit. I'm gonna make another camp for hunters. You guys want to have a little fun? Yeah! Come on, Jack, that's crazy. We've got to work together.
Exactly.
Come on, what do you say? I say fuck you.
That's
that
nice.
Goes for you too, Miss Piggy. Come on,
Miss
let's get out of
Piggy.
this kindergarten.
Yeah, Miss Piggy.
No, it's not. You know, it's pretty funny that Jack just said, let's get out of this kindergarten. Well, the only kindergartner I see here is Jack himself. Jack is just a baby, it looks like. The man represents greed.
Right on, Larry. When you other brats
Actually, Jack represents bravery and greatness.
No, sir, he's actually representing nothing but greed and power. That's what it is. And you're just all over the place. You are really, I mean, what is wrong with you supporting Jack here, T? I don't understand what this is.
This Jack reminds me of
Is
myself.
this? Wait, hold on, maybe they're back. I believe, well, Okay, I assume so. Because remember what happened in the beginning? Someone had a dream that Captain Benson was awake. That was a dream, and this time the helicopter was hovering over them. And yet it was a dream yet again.
Like a hurricane coming through.
Yeah, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there legitimately was a hurricane that went through the island. And when I understand, behind the scenes, behind the production, all these kids were taken care of properly, thankfully. But it could have been a very devastating scene.
Yeah, it could be a bit because I was almost close to a hurricane leaving Florida. So yes, I was close.
And you can only imagine the fear that lingered. I mean, hurricanes are obviously destructive, and it's clearly the case right now in this film. These kids have no idea what they're doing, unfortunately. They need to stick together, and, you know, what's funny about this is I'm sure Jack is probably quivering in his boots.
I'm pretty sure Jack is trying to be brave and trying to think of a way to escape the massacre that is this hurricane.
How can you escape this hurricane?
That's what I'm saying. There's no shelter. There's nothing over there. So he's trying to find a way to escape it.
Well, the only way to escape it is to leave the island. Obviously, that's not an option there, T. But look at Ralph. Ralph is a very caring person, and just look at this little kid. Oh my gosh, this little kid is just scared to death. The tree just fell. He could have gotten killed right into there. I do not like this one bit. And now it looks like all the kids have been broken apart because of this devastating storm. You can see here now this is the day after, the aftermath of that destructive hurricane. And thankfully Piggy is unharmed, and hopefully that will be the same for the rest of the kids.
Sadly.
I mean, sadly.
It's like that, sadly.
Piggy is needed here. He's an essential character for this entire film. He is needed because of his glasses. He's needed for his intelligence.
He is needed to be food.
No, he's not.
You do
Okay, so
eat bacon, yes.
I don't like bacon.
Ham.
Ham, I do.
Okay then. You need to kill Piggy to get ham.
That's not, but he's not a pig. That's just his nickname. And that's given by Jack and his cronies. Making fun of his weight, which is highly classy. That's nice. Making fun of a poor kid's weight. But wait a minute, this could have been a blessing in disguise because of the hurricane. It looks like some of the trees collapsed and they found food. Okay, so they found food. This is good. Ralph. And thankfully that kid has found the conch. This is good. This is a good way for them to strengthen themselves, a good way for them to really, really bring up the energy, so to speak. Feed themselves so they don't starve to death.
Do you think the other guys are okay? Who cares? Okay, Dork, I was just asking.
We should relight the fire.
And Ralph, yet again, taking charge, understanding what he needs to do for these guys to survive. What I don't like is that the group has gotten smaller, clearly, because of Jack's greed, splitting this entire group in half, and now there's a dead pig.
Oh, I thought you said that was a boar. Because I see a pig that's walking.
Probably just gone hunting.
Well, it's all semantics is what it is.
They can't cook pigs without a fire. They'll get trichinosis. What's that? It's bugs that live in pigs. We knew that.
Well, that is honestly true. I mean, what is the point of Jack and his group hunting for pigs if they don't even have the ability to start the fire? And by the way, let's not forget it was Jack himself and his group that were able to put out the fire from the top of the mountain so they can just cook one pig. That is what cost this entire group from them getting rescued. From them getting rescued, it was because of Jack. And now Jack obviously is out of the picture. Have you noticed how peaceful this movie's become and whatnot?
But there's one standing.
I don't like the fact that you, Jack, and all these idiots out there in his group keep mocking Piggy. As you can see, this is, ladies and gentlemen, Lord of the Flies, 1990, the movie night, presented by Eon Network, 5-year anniversary. Adrian Matt here alongside with T here at Movie Side, as we call it. And now, speaking to the devil, there's Jack and Ralph, the top two villainous, evil son of a you-know-what in this movie.
I just see brave warriors.
Brave warriors.
Men.
I see cowards who honestly are just only focused about cooking pigs. They're delusional.
But you gotta do to stay survive. You know, you gotta cook anything. Gotta
Well, why can't
hunt
they
down
just do
any.
both?
Here we go. You see this iguana?
Ralph,
Go ahead, kill it.
but Ralph represented both in a way. He wanted to survive while also trying to make sure that they were going to be rescued. Jack, on the other hand, he does not want to be rescued. And I believe the only reason why Jack does not want to be rescued is because he knows that this is the only way for him to actually gain control. But before I even get to that, what in the world is this? This kid has looked at a very, very creepy, this dark cave, and I'm not sure if this is going to be smart for this kid to enter.
Curiosity killed the cat, Adrian. That's what it is. Curiosity killed the cat.
Let's hope that this cadet does not get killed, but I'm not... Well, this isn't good. Oh, there's a lot of bats in there. What the hell is that? Oh my goodness, what the hell is that? Oh my goodness, this kid is being attacked. The kid now using that spear as a weapon to get him out of there. What was
I don't
that?
know what that thing was about to destroy and conquer.
Send you back to kindergarten.
I'm serious. Okay, what kind of monster? Did it have fur and poison fangs? Or long, slimy tentacles?
It growled, and it came out at me. It was mouth. It was wet.
Maybe it was a bear. Sounds more like a reptile.
Sounds more like bullshit.
So this kid is obviously visibly... Are these guys going to be entering in the cave?
Yes. Go for it. Check
Well,
it.
you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I hope this thing, whatever that thing is inside, I hope this thing comes out of there and slaps some taste in Jack's mouth. And everybody follows in pursuit. That's a very smart thing for sure. Hey, Jack, why don't you take a couple of more steps inside?
I don't think he will.
Yeah,
I think
these
he's
are
gonna back off.
brave men here, there, T. Very brave for them to be running away from whatever that thing is inside. You know what's funny?
they
They
know-
claim that it's a monster. The only monster I see is Jack.
They know when it's the right thing or what not to do. You know, that was the right thing to retreat.
Goes to show exactly how all the talk that Jack is, all bark, no bite. Goes to show exactly that Jack is just only a man of pure control, does not want... He only cares for himself, by the way. You do understand that, right? He would have not cared
No,
if the
he
kids went
cares. He
inside the
cares
cave.
about a lot of people. He cares about his team. He cares about getting off the island. He cares about survival. That's what Jack is all about.
I know it. We heard it growl.
Is it close?
Just over the big rise behind our camp.
And what is Jack doing?
Holy shit. I just thought you ought to know.
Yeah.
Thanks for the fire.
This is absolutely ridiculous. And I mean outrageous. Jack may be using this leverage, this
Here we
whole
go.
monster thing. Jack may be using this monster thing as leverage to try to gain confidence within Ralph's group, so that way he can try to influence Ralph's own kids to join his group.
Right, but did you see that Jack was trying to put that fire on the mountain? That's the Jack. Pay attention to Jack.
You mean no one's on fire watch? Why can't we
paying attention to Jack.
Because
Pay
if we
attention
want
to Jack,
anybody
that's
to
all
see
I'm
us
saying.
it's gotta be up there. Well, nobody wants to be up there alone.
And now because of Jack, look at this. See, this is
There's
Jack's
something
doing.
loose on this island. A monster. There's no monster. There's something. So what do you want? Jack wants a survival knife. It's not his. It belongs to the camp. Yeah? Well, there's a new camp now, and he wants it. Yeah, and Tony wants his shoes and socks and all his junk. Take Tony's stuff, but you can't have the survival knife.
Exactly.
He's a defector. Just another damn defector. Because of the monster. I told you there's no monster. Tony knows there's no monster. Tony just wants to be hunter and these two chicken shits to come down and get his stuff himself. But what if there is some kind of big animal? Yeah.
Jack has successfully infiltrated the minds of this group, this young, impressionable youth. And now because of that, again, Jack is going to be using that as leverage to try to influence Ralph's team to enter into Jack's team. And now look at this.
Sorry, Ralph. Good riddance.
You got to be absolutely kidding me. Piggy and Ralph looking on at perhaps maybe the implosion of their own team, of their own group, because of Jack. Jack is an evil man who is wanting nothing but greed. He wants to take care, he wants to take control of everything. And Ralph, you cannot blame this kid, unfortunately, obviously, distraught.
Just can't wait for Jack to get
What the hell is he doing?
lead the charge.
Well, leading the charge for what? What the hell is this guy doing?
Hunting.
But I don't see any pigs around. You don't think he's gonna? What the hell is he gonna do? Okay, what are you doing? Oh, come on, stop this! Stop it! What are you talking about, charge? Jack and these guys are monsters. You want to talk about monsters? They took the knife for crying out loud.
Right. Come back here. What the hell do you think you're doing?
These guys just stole the knife. They stole the knife. It wasn't theirs.
They needed it.
And oh my goodness. Oh my.
Oh, God.
Oh, his poor glass.
It broke my glasses.
You gotta feel for him. How can he be mocking this little kid? I mean, literally, Piggy has broken his glasses, which is very symbolic if you ask me, as the kids look on. I feel sorry for Piggy. I mean, literally. Jack and his cronies stepped on his glasses. They cracked the glasses. Guess what? This is symbolic, though. Figuratively, though, the crack represents the crack of the entire group. Go ahead.
When he gets off the island, if he gets off the island, he can go to Kmart and buy another pair of glasses.
What are you talking about?
Anyone who wants to come up has to ask.
I'm gonna go to
Where are the
Kmart
others?
or
Hunting.
Target, get a new pair of glasses.
Where's the cave you found? Don't you know where it is? Yeah, but I'm not going back. I already showed Jack and the others. Tell me where it is. You shouldn't go there.
He honestly should not go in there, though.
I've got a glow stick.
Well, Simon, who very much is more brave than Jack and his entire group, by the way. Think about that. But I think Simon suspects something. Simon suspects something is in that cave, and it could be more than just a monster, but I would still not advise Simon to even be near that cave. And what are these guys doing?
Well, you know what Simon says? Simon says he's gonna go inside the cave and find out not to go in that cave.
Hopefully not. But what is this? What are they doing? What in the world are they?
They're gonna eat. It's feeding time.
Sharpen a stick at both ends.
And that was the knife that obviously was stolen by Jack and his cronies moments ago in the
That's
film.
fine.
And
This is why they need the knife.
but it was Ralph's knife to begin with. And what is Jack even doing? He is decapitating this head of the pig. Look at everyone just looking on with disgust. I mean, Jack just completely decapitated the head of this pig. And for what? For what reason?
And know what this symbolizes? This symbolizes the Lord of the Flies. That is what it symbolizes.
This is a present for the monster.
And I think the present for the monster. The present for the monster. You know, again, the only monster I see here is nothing more but Jack.
If I was Jack's father, I would be so proud of my son.
Proud of him?
Yeah, I'd be proud of my
For
son.
what?
You know, but for his bravery, for trying to be this young man that the father wants his son to be.
Proud of him?
Yeah.
Seriously, I cannot believe what I'm hearing right now. I cannot believe what I'm just hearing right now. I have to sit here and listen to you prance all over Jack and saying that his parents should be proud of him.
Yeah.
And for what? For what? Be proud over
his
the
bravery.
fact that Jack, what, for Jack to be nothing but a dictator, it seems like, for him to be infiltrating fear for the sake of him getting some power and greed, of course. Not only that, but also Jack just seemingly going around ruining the plants. And now what is this? What is this? Please leave. Come on.
Okay, Rambo, you've made your point. What do you want? We killed a pig today. There's going to be a feast. You can all come eat with us if you want to. Go on. Now. The chief has spoken.
See you tonight, girls.
Chief. The chief.
I wonder how
chief.
long it took them. I wonder how long it took them to rehearse that.
I don't know, but you gotta acknowledge the tribal chief.
You know, there is no tribal chief except for Ralph, if we're being completely honest here. And now you can see this is, well, I have no words.
They
The twins now.
War paint.
Well, they're adding the war paint as you put it on, or as you put it, but this is nothing more but devastating. I mean, these two kids now are going to be entering in Ralph's group. Now 2 more are leaving Ralph to join Jack, and I think these 2 kids couldn't really deal with the fact that they were involved in Ralph's group. I think Jack really got into their minds and truly influenced them to join. And you were right there, T. Lord of the Flies. Look at the pig and Simon looking on. Oh no.
That's the best battle cry I've ever heard.
T, there's no one left. Everyone has moved to Jack's side. The only 2
That's
left
the-
are Piggy and Ralph.
The best battle cry I ever heard.
Sooner or later, I'm pretty sure Jack and the team are going to cry themselves. They need Jack, or they need Ralph. Honestly, need Ralph. And I mean, I'm at a loss for words.
Luke, take them some meat. I promised I'd get meat. Didn't I, Ralph? I want you to tell the little ones that I made you a promise
Yeah,
and I kept
didn't
it.
he, Ralph?
Say it!
You kept your promise, but you don't keep the fire watch. You think one lousy meal is worth not getting rescued? We've got to be one group again.
I agree.
Oh,
You can
shut
join
up,
my
kid.
camp and have all the meat you want.
We don't want your meat. Oh, yeah. Then why'd you come here? We came here to try and talk some sense
Obviously,
into you.
Piggy does.
You don't have the conch. Doesn't matter what you say.
The conch is in our camp where it belongs.
What's the matter, Tits? Were you afraid to bring it with you? Anyway, the conch doesn't count anymore, Miss Piggy Tits. Stop that!
Oh, get your hands off of
You
him.
and your fucking conch. Why don't you take your fat friend and shove off? You've had all the meat you
What
can
a
eat.
coward.
Come on, hunters!
You coward. I see.
Roger's the pig!
Strong. Man.
Strong. And what
Yes.
is this? What in the world does this represent? You know what? You know what? Actually, I got it. This represents nothing more but ruthlessness, praise young children who believe they rule the world. And it's all because of that virus, Jack. Jack basically was the virus, so to speak. And it got into the mind of all these kids and they all joined.
No, what I see here is they're pretending that you know, they're getting ready to, just in case they see a real threat on the island. That's why they're doing this, to prepare themselves so they can get at the ready and go to war with the real thing.
Going to war with the real thing. You know what? Again, these guys clearly have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're doing. And now, what are they doing with this? What are they pretending to hunt pigs or something? What kind of
Yeah, you know,
delusional...
they're trying to pretend to hunt their male hunter food. You know, that's what it's all about. And as we're going to see right here, yes, he's a man.
A
Yes.
man.
Yes,
Scared kid, you mean?
he jumped up, strong man. That's
Clearly, that group has issues, and
I still call that thing a lifesaver. You say whatever you want.
nonetheless, it's a glow stick lightsaber, but it will be, I mean, it could be a saver, so to speak, for Simon to understand exactly what was inside that cave. I don't know if this is smart, because we know, supposedly, there's a monster in that cave, and I'm not quite sure if this is going to be really... No, that wasn't a monster! That was a dead Captain Benson! Oh my goodness, wait a minute here, T. This all makes sense now. This all just makes sense. It was Captain Benson. There never was a monster. Jack decided to use that as a fake leverage. Jack decided to use that as a fake story to get in the minds of the kids, and the kids bought into it, and they started to join Jack's group, thinking and fearing there was a monster, and they wanted to be felt protected, which is why they left Ralph and joined Jack, and now this disgusting behavior.
Billy's the monster!
As we see the hunters are preparing for the worst case scenario. This is what you gotta do. You gotta prepare yourself.
I'm utterly disgusted. This is utterly disgusting.
Ooh, a wild animal on the beach.
Wait a minute.
There's a wild animal.
No, that's not a wild animal. What are you talking
Charge.
about? That's Simon.
Charge.
That's Simon. No, please, no. That's Simon. That's Simon. You piece of garbage. That's Simon. That is Simon. What are you guys doing?
Wait,
No.
That's Simon. I could tell.
You knew damn well it was Simon.
Oh. I guess it was Simon. I could see
Oh.
from afar.
Look at this. That is,
Ugh.
that's brutal. That is honestly just,
Oh.
Simon is dead.
You know, to their point, it was dark, and they got mistaken for something.
Yeah, like a whole monster is going to be carrying a glow stick.
They could.
You know what? I'm starting to believe that they even knew it was Simon. I'm starting to believe that Jack knew it was Simon, and he wanted to take out Simon since Simon was one of the only ones left that would support Ralph next to Piggy.
What good are you doing talking about it? It was dark. We were scared.
I was Jack. I would take out
We were scared.
Ralph.
Anything could have happened. It wasn't our fault.
It was. We were there. We didn't do anything about it.
There was nothing we could do. There was too many of them.
That's not the point.
It was an accident. That's what it was. A terrible accident.
I mean, I feel horrible. I feel awful.
No, that's the one time I actually liked Piggy, because Piggy actually was involved and was trying to
We came to see if you guys
trying to attack the monster.
Ours is out. Everything's out. On account of the storm.
So what do these two kids expect for Ralph to help them out?
Hold on a minute. I want to talk to you about last night. Ralph.
We left early.
Wow.
We were real tired.
They left early. What are they talking about? We saw clear as day that they were the ones that were stabbing Simon. They're just as guilty as Jack. You know, at the very least, beforehand, before the killing of Simon, I used to literally just only blame Jack. But now, because of what had just happened, they're all, and I mean they're all evil. They're all crazy, delusional, evil.
So you just proved my point that Piggy is evil. Thank you.
No, these guys are evil. This is another example as to why.
You
What
said
is
Piggy.
this?
You said everybody involved was evil, which means
Everybody involved in Jack's group. Look at this, though. You tell me this is normal? Look at this. They're beating the daylights out of this kid. This poor kid. Oh,
It's normal in my ancestry history.
the kid is screaming.
I'll get fire, I promise you.
It was
That
normal
poor
in my-
kid.
But we have to be careful. Because the monster might come anytime.
But didn't we? I thought we...
No! It could come again anytime. In
We
any
used to
shape.
get whipped like that all the time in the slavery era.
Jack is a pathetic excuse for a human being. He just told the entire gang that the monster can still come back. Jack knew deep down inside it wasn't a monster. Jack knew it was Simon. And yet he's still using that leverage that the monster can still be out there to once again get into the mines and to power through the kids. To power on.
Maybe we should just build a raft and move
Dude.
on.
Pants. Get some.
I will if you will.
And they're drying them.
Put them on.
Well,
We don't really know what's out there.
I bet you out past the reef there's lots of boats that come by every day. And one of them could rescue us.
And that's true. One of them could.
Suppose it did and suppose it was Russian. Then what? We'd be taken prisoner.
The Russians
But
won't
one of them
take us
could
prisoner.
rescue them.
I don't know. Major Dingledine, my new dad, told me.
Major Dingledine.
Yeah. He said if the Russians invaded the U.S., they would take the kids and separate us from our parents. And I know it sounds weird, but they might make us go into the Olympics or something like that. I don't see what's so funny.
Piggy, I don't think you have to worry about the Russians forcing you into the Olympics.
Well, at the very least, at least they're laughing at this point in time. And you saw the crack of the glasses. I mean, once again, that's symbolic how there was a definitive
Cracking the
crack
glasses. I
within
know
the group.
what crack you was looking at. I wish he would
That's
put
nice.
some pants on.
That's nice. And now they found an instrument.
J.C. Penney's, Macy's, or
What's a piano?
no, I was talking about pants.
Oh.
Where do you think it comes from? A Russian submarine full of Olympic athletes.
And at the end of the day, they're just kids. Ralph obviously having the leadership qualities, but at the end of the day, they are just kids. And Piggy and Ralph are just normal kids that want everyone to be safe and protected. You know, Ralph and Piggy are so caring that they would still bring back the other kids with open arms despite the incident with Simon. For crying out loud, that's how kind these two are. Piggy may have heard something. And I'm not liking... Oh, my goodness gracious. You got to be kidding me. What are they
Yes.
doing now?
Yes. You were right at the target. Yes. The pig is right there.
Wake up.
A pig is right there.
is it?
Just listen. There's someone out there.
I don't hear anything.
Listen.
I hear you there, Piggy. Come outside, Piggy. I want you.
Yes, I hear you too, Piggy.
Jack is a pathetic excuse for a human being, and the rest of the kids too. And now they're using their spears and trying to stab these poor kids. For what? And for what? To try to get the damn glasses, I'm sure.
Oh, duh.
Why? You know what?
Why do you think they're
Come
attacking
on.
Piggy?
You know what? In their sick minds, they would be okay. They would honestly be okay if they were to kill Piggy and Ralph right then and there.
Why do they
Just
need to?
took
They
his
don't need to kill
glasses.
Ralph. They don't need to kill Ralph. They just need to take out Piggy.
You know, this is all Jack's fault, number one. And number two, if Jack and the rest of the cadets of his were to just finally come to their senses, join Ralph's group, none of this would have ever happened. Simon would still
Yeah,
be alive.
if they join Ralph's groups, it'll be boring. Nothing but boring.
Well, this is the most ridiculous thing. I cannot stand Jack. I cannot. Look at the face of these two, especially Piggy. Nothing more but hurt.
Everything just the way grown-ups would have. Why didn't it work?
It's a crybaby.
Things would be much better if it wasn't for him.
And would you blame him for crying?
There's stores that sells glasses.
Did he hear that, though, moments ago? Piggy just said, quote, I wish he was dead, and Ralph, in response, said that, no, he does not, indicating that Ralph still killed, that he cares for people.
Ralph, I can't see.
I know.
This is a very, and I mean a very, very distraught situation. These two are very much dejected. And you heard what Piggy said also moments ago. Piggy said, quote, why don't we just join his tribe so at least we can be with the others? Ralph saying with an emphatic no. And honestly, you have to side with Ralph. Never join in the team that has all, and I mean all the evil people in it. Because these guys represent evil.
No, if you know you're losing, why not side with the winning team? You know you're losing. If you don't succeed, you know, you gotta think on what's wrong. And what's wrong is you gotta side with the winning team. And that is Team Jack.
Keep your own end. You're the one that won't keep your own end. Tearing up our camp and stealing Piggy's glasses. You've got to give them back. Got to. Who says? I do. Piggy can't see. If you wanted to have a fire, all you had to do was ask. I don't have to ask. Come on.
I don't have to ask. That was the response. And you say this is the winning team. Yeah, it's the
Of course.
cowardice team. Look at Ralph. Ralph, look at this. Ralph is taking it on with Jack. Well, meanwhile, the entire crowd obviously cheering for Jack, cheering for their boss. And Ralph is not going to take it. Come on, Ralph. Beat his rear end off.
I would advise Piggy to move.
Actually, you know what? If I was Piggy, I'd advise him to get on top of Jack and just beat the living taste out of that guy. Jack is just nothing more but a pathetic excuse for a human being, as I said. Waste of skin, if you ask me. Responsible for Simon's death. Responsible for the breakup that took place here. Responsible for all the evil and destructiveness that took place.
I've got the conch.
The conch.
Let me speak.
Yeah, please let him
Of course
speak.
it was the Piggy. No. Yeah, get out of here, Piggy.
Stop that, Roger. Let Piggy speak. Please.
Real mature.
Serious. Get out, Get away. Come back to your
Well, thank you for putting Pencil back on, by the way.
If we don't get rescued, we might have to live here for a long time. Maybe the rest of our lives. We are stuck here until we get old.
No, 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 no. What the hell are you? What is wrong with you?
So who won bacon? Or ham?
You are utterly disgraceful.
Anyone?
Jack is disgraceful. Oh my goodness, man. The only one that stood next to Ralph is gone.
Get away with this.
I'll take ham.
Yeah? And what are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna do about it? You're out of it, pal. You're on your own.
This is sick. I am sick to my stomach. I am very much sick to my stomach, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe what I just witnessed moments ago. And the cowards continue. They don't even have a heart. They're not even, what do you mean really? They are continuing. And they don't even have the heart to sit back and just realize what they've done.
They got the
Oh wait, I
they
forgot.
got the kill.
Oh no, wait.
Killed the
No,
pig.
I forgot. They didn't care when they killed Simon. Why should they care whenever they killed Piggy as well? Heartless creatures in my eyes. You know what? You're right. This island is full of creatures. Those guys are the creatures. The real monsters. And Ralph is all alone. A very stark difference from the beginning of the film. They were all together. On the end of the film, Ralph is all alone.
With Simon, they thought it was like a animal. They thought it was a monster.
I didn't think it was a monster.
I thought it was a monster myself.
The last I checked, a monster is supposed to be big, buff, and destructive. That was a poor kid running towards them so Simon can actually deliver the news that it was Captain Benson inside the cave, not a monster.
Hey, my eyes are bad too, so like I thought it was a monster myself.
All right. Yep. Whatever you say there, T. You're just as crazy as Jack.
Didn't believe in the monster. You said.
I'm smart like Jack too.
Sure we don't.
I mean, these two kids, I guess, probably wondering exactly what is real and what is not. Ralph has to be very careful here.
It's me. You shouldn't be around here, Ralph. You're not allowed. Hunters are gonna come after you. Yeah, and Jack had Roger sharpen his stick at both ends. If that happens, it'll be because you let it happen. If you don't stand up to him, you're just another one of his slaves. Hey,
That really is the best word to describe this. Slaves. They are slaves to Jack.
Really? You know the term slaves? Like that's my ancestors. You talking about my people. Slaves. Like, come on.
Well, I mean, come on there, T. I mean, literally, they're acting as if they're slaves under Jack's regime. This is now
they
the next
picking-
morning, and...
Do you see them picking cotton off
Wait,
the
what?
tree?
What the hell is this? What is that?
Of course.
Oh no. Now they're on the hunt for Ralph. This is probably the most pathetic, the most disgusting, the most disgraceful move that Jack can do. Now they're trying to, what, does Jack feel threatened by Ralph? Ralph is all alone and Jack still feels threatened over it?
Well, you know, you gotta eat,
You know why? Because
and people gotta...
Ralph can be the one to take over at any given time. And Jack understands that. He understands that Ralph is the only competition, which is the reason why Jack wants to knock down Ralph. Hey, you know what? Do you remember in the beginning of the film, or at least sometime in the middle, whenever Jack said that they gotta smoke out Piggy, or that they gotta smoke out the boars and pigs? Well, that's exactly what they're doing here. They're trying to smoke out Ralph.
And that's what they did. Yes, and you said it correctly. Yes. Jack was the one that started the fire, and this could be the escape that they need.
There is flight. You know, these guys are smart. This is real smart. They're gonna burn the entire place down. They're trying to hunt down for one person, and is it really all worth it to try to find Ralph?
Yeah.
There's Roger, who's yet
Because-
another man who's purely evil.
Ralph started this whole thing. Ralph
He did not
was
start
the
this entire
first-
thing. I'm sick and tired of you defending Jack. Because honestly, you're out here just defending the guy every single time. Enough.
Of course I'm defending Jack. Jack is Rebel Jack. Just like me, I'm Rebel T-Time.
The twins found him. The twins found him here, T.
Sell him out.
I don't think
Tell
they
him.
are. You know what?
Be a lad and sell them out.
I used to... Look at this.
Over there.
No, nothing.
I used to dislike these two twins for betraying Ralph and Piggy, for being involved in Simon's murder. But at the very least, they may have redeemed themselves right there. They did not rat out on Ralph.
They betrayed their leader.
No, they didn't.
They
The
betrayed
real leader,
their leader.
the real leader, you know what? They didn't betray their real leader because the real leader was Ralph. Oh, but Roger found him, and now Ralph has been found. Ralph has been located, and it's just going to be a matter of moments before Ralph officially gets stabbed to death, similar to what we saw to Simon, similar to what we saw to Piggy as well. Both brutal deaths, and just imagine what Jack and his tribe is going to be doing to this kid, Ralph. And Ralph is just running. He is running, and he is running, making sure that he does not want to die. But where is he going here, T? There's literally fire all over the place.
Yeah, this whole thing is going to be burnt down extra crispy. Like I said, this whole forest is going down.
This is very much symbolic for what's been happening throughout. You can see the fire blazing, symbolism for the hell that Ralph has endured. Wait a minute! Look, wait a minute! Is that... Oh my God! Everyone is appalled. I don't think they would have ever guessed this would have happened.
What are you guys doing?
And just like that, Jack saved the day.
What are you talking about, Jack saved the day? Jack was gonna kill an innocent kid, and Ralph is crying. And oh, now Jack cries now. This is the time. You gotta feel for Ralph. Ralph is just crying, and I cannot believe that it had to end this way. And you know what? Ralph, at the end of the day, was right. They didn't want to trust him. They didn't want to believe in him. Eventually, they were going to be found. Eventually, they were going to be discovered. And now, at what cost?
No. Jack was the one that did the fire. Jack got them off the island. Jack saved the people, the kids. Yes, it was all Jack.
It wasn't Jack. Ralph was the one that was able to bring the fire in the first place. This was a devastating
And the fire
event.
was out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we conclude here tonight Lord of the Flies 1990, a very devastating ending, and quite frankly, an ending that really has hurt me deeply. We saw the death of Simon, we saw the death of Piggy, and we were about to see the death of Ralph before the Marines, were able to come to the rescue. And you know what? I hope Jack and his tribe, I hope they deserve for what's coming to them. I can imagine the court. I can imagine everyone finding them guilty. Can you imagine them being inside jail? That is the best pure justice they could ever have.
They're kids. They were kids, so they can't go to...
Well, they should be treated like adults after murder.
Really?
Yes.
They were survivors. So you mean to tell me A caveman. If you're like a caveman surviving on an island, you're gonna sue this caveman.
What are you talking about? Listen,
Like
these
if
kids aren't
if
cavemen, right? They were capable enough. They knew what they were doing in the first place. They listened to Ralph, so clearly they knew right from wrong. In the beginning of the movie, they were listening to Ralph. Their innocence was stripped away because of Jack, and look at what happened.
that was their big mistake listening to Ralph, but you know what happened was they listened to Jack at the end, and that's their best bet because Jack got them off the island. Yeah, you said that Ralph started the fire. Yeah, he did. He also um took the dumped the fire out. All of them did. And who started the fire again? Oh, that was Jack. So yes, Jack got them off the island. So
I am
kudos to
utterly
Jack.
disgusted for what has happened throughout this film. We thank you all, though, for literally being able to sit down with us here today and to listen to our authentic reactions to the 5-year anniversary of The Lord of the Flies 1990. 5 years ago, we got the chance to do this, and now 5 years later, you know, it's funny because it's been 5 years, and yet it still hits me like a truck every single time I watch the ending of this film. One of the most devastating, one of the most saddest, depressing endings in any cinema's history. You find it all great, right? Right? They were
Actually,
discovered.
depressing. I say your happiness because they got off the island. Are you not happy that they got off the island?
Well, I mean, I'm not happy how it all went down. Imagine Simon and Piggy would still be alive had it not been for Jack, who ruined the entire damn thing, and I'm very upset about that, but it's a sad ending.
It's a happy ending for me. So yeah, great job, great movie. Um, 10 out of 10, best movie ever.
Best movie ever. What, because you saw Piggy and Simon get hurt? What, because you saw your boy Jack take over like a dictator?
All I see was idiots that was trying to be leaders but can't be leaders because Jack is the only true leader.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I honestly have no idea. You see a leader in Jack, not quite sure exactly what in the world you're talking about. The man was delusional. The man was sick in the mind. The man was nothing more but power hungry. He was delusional, as I said, and a pathetic excuse for a human being.
Well, I guess that's it, guys. We had a great 5 years for Lord of the Flies, and it's been great doing this with you, Adrian.
Well, it's been great doing it with you, but the ending of this movie, though, I blame it Jack. Nonetheless, we thank all of you guys for joining us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us for Eon Network's presentation of the movie night. We wish you a good night from the Lord of the Flies.